Sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arg!
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro-adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes, just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie-cutter homes. A Grimes Built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home, or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU Baseball. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU Athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Wake up, Eastern North Carolina. Waking up is hard to do, but it's much easier with local stories, unique perspectives, and all the news and views you need to start your day.
3, 2, and showtime.
Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson are on. This is Talk of the Town on Talk 96.3 and 103.7. Now, from the Town Bank Studio, here's Henry and Patrick.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Town Bank Studio here live in Greenville this morning. 75 degrees as we join you here this morning. Humidity is 94%. What a shock. I got a 90% chance of rain today. Let's see, when's the rain coming in? Rain early. Look at the hour by hour here. Yeah. Light rain this morning, and then 60% chance around 10 o'clock. By the time we get to noon, it's a 90% chance of rain, so it's going to rain. There you go. And that is not great news. Tomorrow, 88 for a high, only a 20% chance of rain. Thursday, more rain, 50% chance of afternoon thunderstorms. So the Little League World Series here in Greenville is being plagued by some weather, which is what you get in August in North Carolina. But, you know, we need the rain, and but we need to get the games in also. I flipped over to ESPN2 last night hoping to see some of it, but every time I flipped over there, they had something else on. So I guess you have to watch most of it on the app, right?
No, it's on TV. They're just, you got time between games. You're dodging rain. I mean, that's kind of the deal.
Yeah. PJ is here. Good morning, sir. How are you?
By the way, where are you preaching, or is it court today? What's going on here?
I'm preaching today.
Okay, good.
They've hired me to be a preacher because I can preach.
You know what WTI? We tell it, baby. That's
we tell
the
it,
great
baby.
Trent McGee. That's what he said. We tell it, baby.
McGee came up with that. We tell it, baby. WTIB. WTIB was originally supposed to stand for Talk of the Inner Banks.
The Talk of the Inner Banks.
Talk of the Inner Banks, everybody.
Yeah.
Logan Wilcox is producing the program this morning, or as we like to refer to him around here, Mini Michael.
Don't put that on that poor kid. Oh my God,
Logan the intern. Good morning.
Insult.
Good morning, Logan. Is that an insult?
Good morning.
How are you?
That's an insult.
I wouldn't say that's an insult. Michael's awesome.
Yeah. Oh God,
Michael
Logan.
is awesome. Shut up, Patrick. Michael's awesome. That's all there is to it, right, Logan? 2 against 1.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I'm wearing a suit today because we have some very high level folks here in Greenville, and
you look sharp. You look
I'm
sharp.
Involved in we have the Speaker of the House for the United States of America here this morning.
Speakers in the House?
Undisclosed location. It's not supposed to be a public event. There will be a media opportunity, and we are going to interview Speaker Mike Johnson this morning and tape it and replay it on tomorrow morning's show. So there's that. Today
is that an on-site interview, or
I can't reveal. I literally have been told I cannot reveal anything about it at all.
About the interview,
about the location, about anything that has to do with it. Of course, he's here. Speaker Johnson is here to support Lori Buckout.
Right. Yeah.
Help her raise a little, muchachos, if you know what I'm saying. Little
Sure.
jingle jangle for the campaign.
Give a little push to the campaign. Gotcha.
Today is August 4th. It's Barack Obama's birthday. Let's all celebrate. The former president, Barack Hussein Obama, is now officially a senior citizen. He's 65 years old today.
Okay.
He qualifies for Social Security. I think you had to wait till you're 66 now, don't you? I can't remember if I got it when I was 65 or 66. Today is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, and there's a lot on the docket in Washington, D.C. today. President Trump still threatening Iran, saying this is your last chance to make a deal until the next last chance to make a deal. How many last chances have we given Iran at this point?
I mean, it's like Groundhog Day.
The Michigan primary is today, and this has been an ugly Democrat Senate primary, and this is going to be very interesting today because it's going to the clash for the heart and soul of the Democrat Party is on the line, and it could be very well played out today. And who's going to win it? You've got a Muslim, left-wing communist, anti-Israel guy by the name of Abdul El-Sayed. And he's running against Representative Haley Stevens. He's running against Representative Haley Stevens.
She's no peach now. I mean, she's...
No, I'm looking at a picture of her. She looks like she looks like maybe some Ozempic would help out.
She's like, she's
a big lady.
In the movies, they have the character with the retainer. That's how he talks. We're going to get things done.
You mean like Lou Holtz?
Not quite as like them.
Give her my helmet sticker.
Now, as weak as water as she is,
yes,
and as comical a figure as she is, this other guy is an absolute.
No, he's a communist. He's a left-wing.
He's
communist.
An absolute danger to America.
He's just part of what we have now in the Democrat Party, and that's why I say
what's the new normal.
Well, this primary is going to really, because Michigan, you would have to say, is a state that has been pretty, they haven't elected like really left-wing nuts like Minnesota has. But it could happen today. We'll see. Also in Washington, D.C. today, a meeting in the Oval Office between Donald Trump and Judge Jeanine Pirro. And there's some discussion about the fact that Judge Jeanine could get removed as the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia today. She's made Trump a little mad because she dropped the charges against that 3-time Olympian. who was charged with damaging the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool after doing a press conference saying that they had evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that this guy was guilty. Then on Friday, she dropped the charges against him, saying that the evidence now shows that it was a botched installation by the company that put the reflecting pool liner in. And Trump came out and immediately criticized Jeanine Pirro. And so they're meeting today. We'll see where that goes. You know how Trump is. He'll kind of leak it out there before somebody's gone, like he did with Bondi and Tulsi.
Speaking of Bondi, her replacement looks like he's going to get confirmed.
Yeah, it looks like he's finally formally rescinded that $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund. And Tom Tillis said yesterday he's going to vote for him.
And Cornyn also, that was the other holdout.
Did Cornyn cave also?
Yeah, Cornyn also went along with it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Here in North Carolina, the North Carolina Senate, well, the House is going back today for some discussions about a couple of things. You know, I was watching your buddy Kelly. Is that the guy that does the Spectrum, or is Kelly? He's the PBS guy. Kelly's a PBS guy.
Kelly McCullen does the State Lines deal on PBS. Yes. Tim Boyum does.
Tim Boyum, that's who it is. So I saw Tim.
Spectrum.
A lot of times, we don't get Spectrum in Greenville, but I watch it on my app. I have a Spectrum
because
app.
Because of the beach, yeah.
And I watch his 7 o'clock show sometimes called Capital Tonight. A couple of really interesting stories on that last night. In the state budget, buried on page 626 of the brand new budget.
All the way on 626?
They have put in a new tax on prediction markets. Now, this is like Kalshi, and what's the other one? The big one starts with a P?
Polymarket.
Polymarket, yeah. Kalshi and Polymarket. So, as you know, they increased the tax on gambling apps, on the gaming apps in North Carolina, like DraftKings and MGM and what are the other big ones? The ones you see advertised all the time. They increased from 18 to 23% the state tax on those gambling apps. But now Kalshi and Polymarket, who are these prediction market apps, which are, they claim, they say it's not gambling. The president of Kalshi has come out and said the difference between what we do and what DraftKings does. In DraftKings, you just go in and you bet straight up on a game. I think this team's going to win by this many points, and you put your bet in. With the prediction market apps, he says it's an investment because you're predicting something that's going to happen in the future.
Right, and there's really no handicapping like there is in sports.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of hoo-ha. It's still gambling.
I mean, maybe it is, but it's not. That's the line of distinction.
It's gambling. You're betting your cash. You're betting your own money on something happening. If that's not gambling, then I ain't a fat boy from Dog Bottom. I'm just telling you. That's gambling.
Well, you know what the key is there? Your own money. You should have the right to do with your own money what you want to do.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
But explain to me why buried on page 626 in the state budget that Kalshi is now going to be taxed at. Keep in mind, the gambling apps are being taxed at 23%.
Sure.
Kalshi is being taxed at 6%.
Well, my thought on that would be obviously lawmakers want to get in on it because they are gaining in popularity. So there's money there to be taxed. And I don't care what party you represent. A lawmaker at any level has not met a tax they're not interested in applying. So it's a little Michael Buscemi influence on my commentary.
I was going to say that's very unfair based on the lowering of the taxes of the Republicans in North Carolina.
They love a tax. I mean, you can.
This is the kind of stuff that should be taxed.
Be that as it may, you will see that go up as those apps gain steam and become as mainstream as sports gambling is.
Well, but the point that I'm getting to, and this was discussed on Capitol Tonight last night on Spectrum.
Okay.
Why would these apps be taxed at 6% versus the gambling, the straight up gambling apps at 23%? You know who's working on this nationwide? Who's become the number one spokesperson for the gaming industry?
Our guy Jason Sane?
No, Chris Christie. And Chris Christie was on Spectrum News last night doing that interview with Tim Boyum. Mm-hmm. He actually did a live interview with Tim Boyum last night and made the comment that the North Carolina legislators allowed this to happen, and the reason that they allowed it is because some lobbyists got to him, and there's some reason why this is only being taxed at 6%. Now, keep in mind, this is a brand new revenue stream. And to your point about Jason Sane, our friend who is no longer in the legislature, Jason was chair of the Appropriations Committee in the House for several terms, and he kept saying we need to come up with new ways to raise revenue in North Carolina. And this one has turned into a windfall.
Yeah.
So, originally the money was going to go to the universities, and so there was all this discussion about whether ECU was going to get $6 million or $10 million a year out of this, and turns out we only ended up with $3 million.
Yeah,
because they're looking at it and going, you know what, we're just going to put it in the general fund. So it looks like this year, for the 26-27 fiscal year, legislative analysts are now estimating sports wagering tax revenue will increase from $161 million under the prior law to the new tax rate of 23%, $206 million. So there's still a debate about whether gambling is moral and legal. All right, it is legal now, but is it moral? And there are a lot of fundamental right-wing people who really believe that this is wrong. I'm with you. I am a conservative who believes that people should not be told what to do with their money. Is it a sin to gamble? I don't know. My mom always told me it was. But I've done it. When they came out with these apps, I jumped on the DraftKings app.
Sure.
Got my balance up to about $2,000 and then lost all of it. And I went, okay, that's it. And you know what? You know how much money I put in of my money? Nothing. I didn't put a single dime in. I started with the one of the apps was giving you $250 to start with. They gave you $250 balance. Yeah. And I was winning because I was betting on all the games in September that were easy to predict. But when you get down to the conference games,
it's a little
in
tougher.
College football, you don't, because let me tell you, they put those lines on it and you don't know. And it's a crapshoot. So they're going to be talking about that today in the House. And that's one big issue. And we're going to have Donna King from Carolina Journal on next hour and talk about that maybe. And the other thing that's coming up that the House is going to be looking at today is this bill that passed the Senate that basically wipes out just about all the THC products in North Carolina. You know, the big thing now is these THC drinks. These drinks that include THC, which is the active ingredient in marijuana. And those have not been regulated much. And I got to be honest with you, man, I hear those things are problematic. I hear that the kids have gone to that.
Right.
instead of drinking beer because it gets them, they get them high very quick and there's no hangover in the morning.
Alcohol sales are down in a huge way nationally.
Yes.
Everywhere you go.
So
way down.
So the Senate has passed this new hemp law that the House has not yet dealt with and is probably going to deal with today. And Destin Hall, the Speaker of the House, chose not to bring it up for a vote before they broke for their July break. And so they're coming back to Raleigh today, the House is. And they're probably going to be looking at this. Now, people in the hemp industry are up in arms about this and say that this bill goes too far. That, what the business owners and people who grow the hemp and all that have been proposing for a long time would be to keep it legal but ban certain hemp products. And the Senate bill, based on the amount of THC that can be in these products now, and I can't remember what it is. Let me see if it's in this article here. But there's a certain level of THC you can have in a product before it's considered, problematic. But they've gone farther than that. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. The bill, which was approved by the Senate last month and will be considered by the House today, largely mirrors the federal restrictions that would prohibit hemp products containing more than 0.03% THC by dry weight or more than 0.4 milligrams of THC per serving and limits sales to people 21 and older. And the people in the hemp industry are saying that's too far. It's going to put us out of business. But I can tell you from talking to folks, I actually talked to now, and granted, this person is a former beer distributor, no longer a beer distributor. He was talking about the problems with these hemp drinks and how, the college kids are just eating them up or drinking them down, as it were. And it's become a real issue. All right, 7:31.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When you go to Washington, D.C., are there people out, like, on the street smoking a J, smoking a doobie?
I never see it, but I always smell it.
Okay.
And so I don't know if it's coming out of someone's window or what, but I mean, you don't see them smoke it, but you can smell it everywhere. But but look, recreational marijuana is legal in Washington, D.C.
Well, that's why I ask, because in Chicago, there were people that would go out, like, people used to take a smoke break and go down out on the sidewalk or go outside and smoke a cigarette. They were smoking a doobie.
How do they do their work if they get high? They're probably not working. All right. One of the best pieces of audio we've ever had. If you haven't heard Aaron Rodgers yesterday on what's the guy on ESPN? What's the name of the show?
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee show. If you have not heard this yet, this is one of the best pieces of audio we've ever played on this program. When he goes after Anthony Fauci. Yes, the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, sat down to do an interview with Pat McAfee, and he started asking him questions. He said, I take the fifth. But it went further than that. What he said about Anthony Fauci, you just got to hear it. We'll be right back.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human, about creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you farm to fork beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to fork beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
Hinton and Patrick Johnson on Talk of the Town. Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
7:35. Welcome back to the big show. It's Tuesday morning, August 4th. And tomorrow morning, right after the 8 o'clock news, probably at about 10 minutes after 8, we are going to announce next year's Talk of the Town Viking cruise to Europe.
What?
Yep. T. Steinberg has worked out at On The Go Travel. She's worked out all the details. She's got the cabins procured, as they say, for another Viking river cruise in Europe, which, you know, if you missed this last one, good Lord, get with your spouse tonight and listen in tomorrow morning at 8:10. If T will go on the air with, I'm trying to get her to go on the air with me. She's gonna. I'm trying to get her to come in so she can give, because she knows the deal. She knows the details better than me, and she's negotiated the deal with. She's negotiated the deal with Viking. So this last cruise was so successful. We couldn't get everybody on that wanted to go. So this time she's gone and gotten a new ship and a new location. And I'll put it to you this way. If you go on this, it is going to be an 8-day cruise, and you're going to see 4 European countries. 4 countries in 8 days. You know, it's like going through the states in North Carolina. They're all right there together. And that's a little bit of a hint, but we hope that you'll sign up and go with us. And my wife and I are going to be hosting it again, and we're excited about it. It's my new thing, man. I'm a European traveler now. And maybe Benny Hardy will have the guts to go on this one, since he got us thrown out of that restaurant in Paris on Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
He wants equal time on that, by the way, this morning. If we have time, maybe we'll give it to him. I'm considering it.
Oh, I mean, you have dragged the guy. I don't know why you wouldn't give him a chance to defend himself.
That's more fun to do that. So Aaron Rodgers was on ESPN yesterday on that. What's the name of the show again? I can't remember the guy's name.
So Pat McAfee is probably the hottest thing on ESPN right now. In fact, probably the only thing on ESPN right now that people tune into.
So they were at the opening of training camp, or maybe not
something like that. They were in Pittsburgh. Yeah, they were at Pittsburgh training camp.
Is that where he is now?
Yes,
Aaron Rodgers is now at Pittsburgh
again. Yeah,
and this turned out to be one of the best moments in broadcasting history. When Aaron Rodgers goes after Anthony Fauci. Roll that audio there, Logan.
You talked about your past position.
Wrong audio.
Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on.
Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? Like, that's a real thing, it feels like, because is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay.
Okay. Like
Gotta love that guy.
Okay.
Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
Hey, it's back, baby.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You got a
times.
pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times at the White House? What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And how much time did the network spend at that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status, on Taylor and Travis's wedding?
Yeah!
Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No, I don't think I've heard anything.
I bet they didn't.
But on that note.
And there was another scandal this offseason, too, involving a voter for MVP, for Coach of the Year. How much time did your network spend? Where's your camera? Did your network spend on that?
Network.
I wish
How much time did you spend?
This is awesome.
Go back to Fauci?
Yeah.
Go back to the coward Tony Fauci and science? Who's spending the entire time writing in his diary about how fun it is to be famous? You got to be kidding me.
Okay, so on that note.
What are you going to say about me now?
Debate him.
What are you going to say about me
No,
now?
I got no debate here. You had a 500.
No, seriously, what are they going to say about me now? Now you can't talk about the COVID stuff because obviously it was made, in a lab in China. That's like not even questionable anymore. Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on good terms with my family. What are you going to say now? What are you going to say now?
I want to let you know. It's been a fun ride for you, I would assume, over the last couple.
It's been a great life and a great career. And it's nice to be sitting on this side now, especially after that coward played the fifth over 100 times.
Okay.
I thought you had a pardon there, Tony. Why couldn't you answer one question the entire time?
Oh, that is so funny.
That's great.
Now, there's been a lot of speculation that when he finishes his football career, he's going to run for political office.
Well, I'll tell you what else has come up here lately with Tony Romo's troubles, that he might actually enter the booth eventually and be the number one analyst.
Are the networks going to hire that guy? You know what's crazy about this?
CBS might.
Where did he go to? Where did he go to school? Where did he play college football?
Cal Berkeley,
California. Cal Berkeley, the bastion of left-wing nut jobs.
So, for those wondering why this is significant, back in 2020, and 2021, Rodgers was outspoken about not taking the vax. And he had his reasons why and he got absolutely slaughtered, particularly by ESPN.
Yeah.
But also national media. He also mentioned something there. Remember the controversy of the reporter allegedly carrying on an affair with the Patriots coach? That's a big thing in sports right now. He mentioned that about the MVP voter and the coach, and ESPN has not even brought that up the entire summer.
Right.
They have not done hardly anything on it.
That's right. ESPN ain't what it used to be.
We could do a whole 2 hours on that.
Surprised there's not I guess they're just too big at this point. I'm surprised that one of these offshoot sports networks hadn't made some inroads into taking them down. But the problem is they own the rights to everything in college now. They run college football and college basketball.
They have the SEC now. They don't have the Big Ten, but your point is taken. They kind of through the SEC have a bully pulpit that they can control things.
Yeah, and they have the ACC.
And they have the ACC,
and they have the American.
Big 12.
They have the American. I mean,
and the American, yeah.
And there's been some discussion that the American could leave ESPN and maybe even go to some streaming service and make more money. I would hate to see that because this whole thing about sports moving behind a paywall. I think people should be able to watch sports without paying for it.
Technically, it's behind a paywall now with ESPN Plus.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a lot of free games on ESPN's platforms. So, yeah.
Sure.
The ESPN Plus platform has been good because it's given access to additional games that you wouldn't have seen.
Right.
But they're still carrying the big games on their main platforms.
Sure.
Speaking of Tony Romo, CBS yesterday announced that J.J. Watt is going to now be moved into the number one college football, NFL football analyst spot.
Right.
Tom Brady, of course, is not with CBS. He is with Fox.
Sure.
And
and you were gone last week, and we were not on when I guess the video was out. I thought Romo, I mean, you can argue about his state, but he never pulled, I don't know if you saw the video or not, but he never pulled the "Do you know who I am" card.
Oh, no, he was he lied.
He was above reproach.
He lied through his teeth, saying
maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Well, he said he had nothing to drink. And
maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Yeah.
He might have had a THC drink.
Didn't I read, let me Google this, didn't I read that they have now, let's see, was there an open container in Tony Romo's car? Is that an internet rumor?
Who knows?
Yes.
I've not heard that.
Police found an open bottle of alcohol in the passenger side of Tony Romo's black Jeep.
Okay. Well, he might have dropped somebody off who had a road soda.
Sure, that's completely
could have been.
That's completely rational.
Could have been.
Yeah, I just dropped a buddy of mine off, but he left a fifth of liquor in the seat. He forgot to take it.
He had a road soda. He was having a little road soda. You don't know?
Yeah, that's plausible. Yeah.
That's the ticket.
All right, so we mentioned this big Senate primary today in Michigan. Going to tell us a lot about where the Democrat Party is now, because you've got this Muslim. This guy, if he got elected, by the way, would be the first Muslim ever elected to the U.S. Senate. Of course, we have 2 or 3, I think, now in the House. But, you talk about where the Democrat Party is. Here's some audio from the Democrat candidate for Wisconsin governor, Francesca Hong, who's been on CNN, and she wants to cancel Thanksgiving. Now, she says it's just too painful for certain members of the community. They now want to take away Thanksgiving away from us. I mean, this all started with Marion Blackburn here on the Greenville City Council, didn't it? This was Marion's original idea, because years ago, if you missed this, in the Greenville City Council meeting, Marion Blackburn said she begged people not to eat turkey on Thanksgiving because they are sensual feeling beings. I mean, I guess you could say that about a big fat hog. He's a sensual feeling being, but
is that what she said? She called sensual feeling beings?
Sensual. No, what's the word that she used? Not sensual. It was
cerebral?
No, I can't remember. But I mean, basically she was saying you should not eat turkey on Thanksgiving. And now this person that's running for governor in Wisconsin thinks we should cancel Thanksgiving. Here's that interview on CNN from with Caitlin Collins.
You talked about your past positions that he keeps highlighting and, obviously likely would continue to do so before November should you win. One thing that they brought up as well was a post from you in 2021 where you said Americans should cancel Thanksgiving, should have done this in 1621. The post has been deleted. Republicans have been highlighting it. Do you still believe that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm a chef, and one of the first meals that I made that was for the community when I was 16 was a Thanksgiving meal. You know, I always think my hospitality background in owning a restaurant for 7-8 years, that bringing folks around the table to share conversation and build community is always a good thing. But Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities. And so I think I wanted to make sure that people understood that there are multiple views, but views can evolve. And the position that I'm running for right now, and I think my background as a chef, will actually help me become a better governor that's able to bring more people to the table.
Francesca Hong, thank you for joining us. We hope to have you back on, depending on how things go next week in your primary.
And thank you, Caitlin
Thank
Collins,
you so much for having me.
one of the great journalists of our time. I mean,
remember the sweaty balls, how they talked in the NPR voices? That's what they were both doing there. Just talking in their whisper NPR voices. So bad.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
so bad.
Sweaty balls on Pete Sweaty. 7:49. It's 11 minutes in front of 8 o'clock. Wow, we've got a congressman in the state of North Carolina who has now been slapped by the House Ethics Committee. And with the Speaker of the House here in Greenville today, I'm not sure I'll ask him about this. But anyway, I'll tell you about that next.
Find, save, drive at Greenville Toyota. Find a huge selection. Save with low payments. Drive fuel-efficient and hybrid models like Camrys, $219 a month, and RAV4s, $269 a month during the Find, Save, Drive sales event at Greenville Toyota.
This is a standard hold belt. You can get it at any fashion brand, department store, or Amazon. They can be nice, look good, even sometimes expensive. The downside, they're only limited to 5 holes. Not to mention these holes wear out in less than a year. So this is an Anson belt, micro-adjustable holeless belt. Instead of 5 holes 1 inch apart, we have 30+ options spaced 1/4 inch apart, giving you the perfect fit every time. This track system uses a magnetic mechanism that won't break like a spring-loaded mechanism will over time. Slide your belt through, click, click, click. That's the sound of a perfect fit. Check us out at AnsonBelt.com.
Dowdy Ficklin Stadium rocking it. There's nothing like game days in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Football is special here, and that's because of you. It takes all of us to have success. The 2026 season is right around the corner. Season tickets start as low as $75. Get yours today.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
It's the Find, Save, Drive sales event at Greenville Toyota. Find a huge Toyota selection at big savings. Then drive Tacomas, $249 a month, and Tundras, $399 a month. Now find, save, drive today. Only at Greenville Toyota.
I have several texts that sentient is the word I was searching for. Sentient. Marion Blackburn
sentient
said that turkeys are sentient beings, and I didn't know what that word meant. I just looked it up. Webster says a sentient being is one who perceives or responds to sensations of whatever kind: sight, hearing, touch, taste, or smell. There's some belief that Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism,
there you go.
Sikhism, and Jainism recognize non-humans as sentient beings. So that fits perfectly. Now it's beginning to make sense to me why Marion thought that turkeys are sentient beings, which they probably are. But I mean, ever heard of the food chain, Marion? I mean, can't have turkey on Thanksgiving.
What was she saying we eat instead? What was she trying to?
Wheat germ and seaweed. I have no idea. We got to do sports, but I was going to tell you about Chuck Edwards. Congressman Chuck Edwards was found in violation of Health Ethics Code yesterday, and he's been slapped with an ethics violation, which is really interesting because I looked at some of the evidence. They had exhibits online yesterday, and I read some of the stuff that I read. He's been accused of sexual harassment of some of his staffers. Some of the stuff that I read smacked of, a dirty old man kind of thing, where he was inviting these young girls to go to dinner and stuff, but I didn't see anything sexual in any of it. So, there's only been like 20 people that have ever actually been voted in violation of ethics. This came from the Ethics Committee, and now it goes to the floor of the House. There's only been like 20 people in history that have ever been slapped with an ethics charge in the House. And so I don't think they got the goods on him. I just met him when I was in Washington 2 weeks ago. We were in his office. And I knew that the allegations were hanging over him. Obviously, that didn't come up. But he, super nice person to us. Very helpful in some of our issues.
I really doubt the speaker is going to invoke his name today in any.
No, he's not.
In any way, shape, or form.
And I ain't bringing it up. So, all right, let's do sports. I want to hear
That's
about
the old Cawthorn seat, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Madison Cawthorn's old seat out in the mountains. Yeah. All right. How about? Do you have a story about Burleson? Did you see Burley last night?
Yeah, it's mentioned in here. Do I have time or
yeah? Go ahead. Take your time. Here's sports with PJ.
All right. Well, Team North Carolina won twice on Monday to advance to the Little League Softball World Series. The club out of Clayton hammered Canada to begin action on Monday, 16-4. Later in the day, the JoCo ladies nipped Team Texas 2-1. So Team North Carolina will get 2 days off before taking on Lake Mary, Florida on Thursday. Now, you might remember Lake Mary is the team that bounced the Pitt County All-Stars in regional play last week. As for today, they've got 4 games on the docket for the Little League Softball World Series beginning at 10 this morning at Elm Street. East Carolina has released its non-conference men's basketball schedule for the 26-27 season. Pirates open November 2nd against USC Upstate before hosting rival UNC Wilmington on November 7th. That's a Saturday. Pirates welcome Richmond on December 1st to Minges. ECU will also host in-state foe Campbell in December, take on Coastal Carolina at home. They'll travel to App in mid-December, compete in the Paradise Jam in the Virgin Islands. Head coach Mike Swartz entering his 5th season, and they're looking to rebound after last year's 11-win campaign. The American Conference schedule will be announced sometime in September. 2 former ECU standouts are on the move following the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Reliever Jeff Hoffman was traded from Toronto to Minnesota. Infielder Connor Norby goes from Miami to Colorado in exchange for reliever Victor Vodnik. Meanwhile, despite trade speculation, former Pirate Alec Burleson remains with the Cardinals. Burley homered twice for St. Louis last night against the Yankees. Great performance by him. Panthers aren't tipping their hand on quarterback Bryce Young's
Actually,
long-term future.
he homered 3 times. Burley homered. He had 3 home runs last night. Yeah.
All right.
He did the hat trick.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Noted.
sports continues.
Sports continues.
Yeah.
The Panthers aren't tipping their hand on quarterback Bryce Young's long-term future. Executive Vice President Brant Tillis says Young's ceiling is still unknown after last season's breakout performance. These are words he's using. Head coach Dave Canales says Young is playing faster and showing better chemistry with his receivers in training camp. Young will sit out Thursday night's Hall of Fame game against the Cardinals. All right, that'll wrap it for sports. My apologies to all the baseball fans out there. I wasn't sports hard enough.
Alec Burleson.
I don't sports hard enough, obviously.
My friend, and it was in Yankee Stadium last night. My friend Frank says he was on the trading block until late yesterday to the Padres, but was not traded.
Well, yes, I said that in the article. Yes.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Or in
I missed
the
that
broadcast.
part.
Yes.
He's got the most RBIs for a Cardinal lefty since Stan the Man Musial in 1957. Yeah. And apparently his post-game interview, he said, was very humble, gave teammates his credit. You know, I know Alec Burleson personally. He's a great young man, married to a Pitt County deputy sheriff, by the way.
Yeah.
And 3 home runs for the Cardinals last night. All right, sports update brought to you by QC Kinetics. I got to tell you, my new knee, when I was walking all over France last week, not one problem. Never even thought about it, to be honest with you. And, I couldn't walk up and down steps. This regenerative medicine and alternative treatment through surgery for pain and sports injuries really works. I'm going to give you the number to call. You should go in and get a consultation at QC Kinetics if you've got knee pain, shoulder pain. I can only tell you it worked for me. It fixed my knee. It's amazing. I couldn't have done what I did last week. It's 252-494-5342.
WNCT 9 on your side newsroom. This is your Talk of the Town information update. Here's Patrick Johnson.
State trooper recovering after crashing while trying to stop a speeding vehicle in Craven County. Story we told you about this time yesterday. The Highway Patrol says the driver was going 85 at a 55 on Highway 55 yesterday morning when the trooper lost control, crashed through a guardrail, and hit several trees. That trooper suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Onslow County Sheriff's Office is searching for the suspect accused of attacking a DoorDash driver with a baseball bat. The sheriff says the suspect followed the 34-year-old delivery driver after she honked at a stopped Range Rover early Saturday. Investigators say she was struck in the head after making a delivery on Shamrock Road. In the hospital in stable condition. The hemp business is urging lawmakers to reject a bill that could cripple the industry, they say. The measure, expected in the House, would tighten THC limits and restrict hemp sales to people 21 and older. Supporters say it protects children. Opponents say it could force many retailers and small businesses to close. A career criminal back behind bars after killing a man less than an hour after bonding out of jail.
29-year-old David Simpson was fresh out of jail during the murder for which he is accused. Simpson was arrested for failing to appear in court over a 2024 charge for having a shank while in prison. Court records show he posted bond Tuesday night, was released just after midnight, and by 1:45 a.m., police say Simpson ambushed two people from behind outside an apartment, shooting them over a parking dispute. One of them died, the other was seriously injured. Simpson is now back in jail facing several charges, including first-degree murder.
Fox's Madison Scarpino. Now here's Rob Martin.
Humid with showers near the coast early this morning, spreading inland this afternoon. Could be some heavier showers with embedded thunderstorms, then dissipating overnight, highs in the lower 80s. From the Storm Team 9 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Rob Martin for Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Middle 70s still. We got 75 degrees in Greenville. Aurora checking in at 76, 75 degrees currently in Newbern. 75 in Jacksonville. 71 in Ahoskie this morning. 74 at the Crystal Coast. And it's Talk of the Town on Talk 103.7, Talk 96.3, and the IBX Media app. Bottom of the hour, Donna King, Editor-in-Chief, Carolina Journal, and the Big Hen in the air chair for the next 30 minutes. So check that out here. Hour 2 of Talk of the Town, Talk 103.7, Talk 96.3, and the IBX Media app will return right after these brief words.
Hi, I'm D.R. Alligood.
And I'm his daughter, Jessica.
For 11 years, we have built quality driveways and parking lots for both your residential and commercial needs. We also offer free on-site quotes to have your custom driveways built the way you want.
Call AA Hauling, 252-946-1227 or AAHauling.com.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie-cutter homes. A Grimes-built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
We're all in a go status.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson.
TPA script running. Second stage LHQ securing started.
Wake up, Eastern North Carolina.
Ready to embark on a national security mission for the United States of America.
They're funny. They're real.
Range green. Igniters armed. Rofi ignition.
They're right
5,
here in ENC.
4,
just like
3,
you.
And liftoff.
Here are Henry and Patrick in the Town Bank studio. This is Talk of the Town on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right, welcome in hour 2 of Talk of the Town here Tuesday morning, August the 4th, in the year of our Lord, 2026. Nice to have everybody with us this morning. PJ's here. Logan, the intern, is producing the program this morning. Logan, you're doing an unbelievable job, by the way.
Thank you.
I think you could probably take Michael's job at this point. Just a thought, Michael. You're training these interns way too good these days. But
well, we've had 2 not good interns. We've had 2 spectacular interns.
This summer, the interns have been at a whole new level. Logan and Cameron have been unbelievable. PJ is here. We have a guest holding on the phone. Just stand by, mystery guest. I do need to mention that Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, has just said on CNBC that he believes a deal between the United States and Iran could be reached today or tomorrow to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Now, Iran keeps denying this kind of stuff. Every time we say this, Iran will come back and deny it. And there was a ship fired on last night.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But he says Bessent told Squawk Box, we're in talks with the Iranians. There's a chance we may have a deal today or tomorrow to open the strait and move toward a normalized position in this conflict. Stock market, by the way, going nuts as a result of this. Yesterday, the stock market was hitting record numbers again after having that huge down day last week of 1,100 points on the Dow. Let's check it while we're talking about it. The Shook Rouse Group Stock Market Update brought to you by Scott Shook and Thomas Rouse of Truist Investment Services. The Dow was up almost 700 points yesterday, 693. NASDAQ was up 540 points yesterday. That's 2.13% of the market. S&P 500 up 110. And this morning, the futures are going back up again. Let's check those futures for you here. The Dow futures are up 586 this morning. NASDAQ futures are up 330, and the S&P 500 is up 26 points. If this stays on track, we're going to have record day. We're going to have a record day on the stock market today. And keep it going, Trumpy, baby. Keep it going. We need to win those midterms. We are extremely excited about the fact that the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is going to be in Greenville this morning, which is why I'm all dressed up. PJ will be taking the con at 8:30 this morning because he's one of the best con men that I know.
There you go.
So we're looking forward to that. On the telephone now is the fantastic Benny Hardy, who was on the French trip with me on the France cruise last week, who, as reported by this journalist, got us thrown out of a French restaurant in Paris on Sunday. Yeah. He is denying it. This is like, Fauci denying, all this, He
pleads the fifth?
You going to plead the fifth, Benny, or are you going to tell the truth about what happened there in Paris on Sunday?
I waive all my rights. I think Brett appropriately defended me yesterday. And
I wasn't expecting that, by the way. I was expecting Brett to go along with the story that I'd come up with.
Well, anybody that knows you knows that you can take the boy out of dog bottom, but you can't take dog bottom out of the boy.
You got that right. You got that right.
I think it was the way you said crepe, though, in that Chowan County dialect. I think crepe came out as creep, and he threw you in the street.
So if you missed this
But man,
yesterday, there were like 10 of us walking together in France, and someone said, let's do that Parisian thing and find a Paris restaurant we can sit down outside and just have coffee and watch people walk by, which is what you do when you're in Paris. But we chose the wrong place because we found this restaurant, this really nice upscale restaurant on a corner in Paris, and we all sat down there, and then the guy didn't want to serve us. And I'm blaming Benny because it's fun to do that.
Well, who knew we would stumble across the French cafe Nazi? Everybody else in France was pretty nice except for the lady that scolded me for touching a 1,000-year-old stone.
Oh my God! I forgot about that story. I got to tell that story, PJ.
Wait a minute. What happened?
We're in Napoleon's palace.
Oh God!
We're touring Napoleon's palace, and Benny reaches up and again, all of the tour guides were great, but we all had the earpiece in, and she was explaining this piece of sculpture or that painting, or now we're in Napoleon's office. Which, by the way, I took a picture of Napoleon's office. That's the way I want my new office in the new building to look. I want it to look like. But Benny reached up and touched a column.
Oh no!
And the tour guide said, "No, we do not touch in the museum, monsieur."
Monsieur, there you go.
Well,
and poor Benny was just touching it wasn't like he was touching a painting or a artifact or something. He was just touching the column, holding the wall up.
That's funny.
Thanks to my fine Southern upbringing, I just didn't make a scene. But
no, that's not true. Benny hung his head like Linus. I thought I heard the Peanuts theme. Dun 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 dun.
Well, just to give the listeners idea, just imagine the French equivalent of a Duke graduate from Connecticut, that thought they were born with a better bidet to wash their backsides with. Just to draw this woman up. That's what we were dealing with. But other than that, we had a great time.
Yeah. All right. Give us your 40-second analysis of the cruise, and then I'm going to remind people that at this time tomorrow morning we're going to announce next summer's cruise. So, what should people go?
Well, like you, I mainly went for Normandy just because of family and friends of family that served over there, and some actually died over there. But Normandy was great, but the little villages we stopped along the way were great, and I could spend more time in Paris. I didn't think I cared a thing about Paris, but Paris is great. The Palace of Versailles and Napoleon's Castle and Notre Dame. Going to Notre Dame with the during service was wonderful. So if anyone thinks about they want to see this, I think it's a great way to see it. And Viking, I typically don't like crowds. This boat's or ship's not crowded. But the food was great. Staff was number one. I highly recommend it. I'm all in for wherever we're going.
Well, we're going to announce it tomorrow morning in this time slot, like 8:10 tomorrow morning. T. Steinberg from On the Go Travel is going to be in here, and we're going to announce next year's cruise. And we I don't want to oversell it, but it's just a wonderful thing if you've never done it. If you've been on a Viking River cruise, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday that has been on 4 of them. And I said, well, you going to go with this one? He said, maybe. So,
all right.
It is a really cool thing to do, and just a fantastically wonderful adventure. And tomorrow morning, T is going to be in here. We're going to announce another one that we're going to do in Europe next summer. And if you're interested, she's going to start taking orders for the cabins tomorrow morning. So be prepared to do that. Keep in mind, we sold 30 cabins in 3 days this last time, and we left 30 people on the waiting list that we were not able to get into a cabin. So this is the time to go ahead and start planning. All right, Benny, good talking to you, man. I enjoyed being with you and Laura, your wife, last week. A lot more with Laura than you, but it was fun.
Well, that's what most people say. I understand. I absolutely understand that.
All right, man. Good talking to you. All right, 20 minutes after 8. We got to get a break in. I'll be right back.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop is your fishing headquarters with an amazing selection of rods and reels, lures and artificial baits, fishing tackle, and more. Plus, we're your hunting headquarters with all kinds of shotguns, hunting rifles, ammo, and accessories, and we're your archery center, too.
For better service, quality, selection, and more, we've got them. Come see them. Our deals you won't believe them.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop, 3600 Marine Drive in Greenville. Visit us online at greenvillemarine.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Need cash for a vacation? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the vacation cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
It's Talk of the Town.
We love your show and we really appreciate it.
News, politics, and the occasional oddball stuff. Brought to you by the 2 biggest oddballs out there. Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson are on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right, state legislature took the month of July off, but the House is back in Raleigh today, and there's going to be discussion about a couple of huge issues, including they're going to consider this ban on hemp drinks and smokes. The Senate passed, before they left, the Senate passed a bill that people in the hemp industry say is going to wipe them out and put them out of business. A lot of these THC products, CBD. But the big thing they're trying to rein in are these non-alcoholic hemp drinks that they say contains so much THC that you can get very high off of just drinking one of them. I've never had one. I don't, but I've talked to people that say, and I was watching this interview last night on Spectrum News, and the guy that was being interviewed was arguing against this bill that the Senate has passed, saying that it goes too far, that it's going to put hemp out of business in North Carolina. And he basically says, if you drink one of these drinks, the kids have stopped drinking beer because this gets them high faster, and then there's no hangover the next morning. If it gets them high faster, I don't know. And, do they drink more than one? What happens if you drink 3? Like, college students will drink 3 beers in a heartbeat. Could be very dangerous, they say, very intoxicating, these THC products. And so the House is going to consider it. And, of course, we had some members of the legislature here in Greenville yesterday. Todd Johnson spoke to a group of us at lunch yesterday. He's one of the favorites to replace Phil Berger as the Senate President Pro Tem. Also, Mike Lazaro was here, Buck Newton, Bob Brinson from the Senate, and, of course, there were a couple of House members there, Wyatt Gable and our own Tim Reeder. And, of course, as you know, Tim Reeder has been the state's foremost opponent of legalizing marijuana, so I imagine he's going to have a lot to say on the floor of the House about this bill today. The other thing that's come up is this fact that these prediction market apps are not being taxed at the same rate as the gambling apps like Trade Kings and those kind of things. They're paying 23% in this new budget that was just passed. Kalshi and what'd you say the name of the other one was? These prediction
Polymarket is one.
Polymarket. They're only paying 6%. Is the House going to do something about that? There's a big push on the part of the gaming industry to say, hey, this is not fair. If they're paying, if the prediction market apps are only paying 6%, why are we paying 23%? But, we're getting drunk on the amount of money that's coming into the state coffers, and the legislature really loves that. So, and PJ is going to be talking to the great Donna King from Carolina Journal. Coming up, right?
Lovely and talented Donna King, yes.
Love to hear her opinion. And as I'm driving to this event that I'm about to go to, I'll be listening to your interview because I'm going to leave it with you at this point. Can you handle it? Are you up to the task?
I'm not. No. I'm worried.
Okay. All right. Logan, take over the show. All right.
Yes. Can Logan do my part also?
I will be back tomorrow morning, and don't forget we will have our exclusive interview. We're going to have our exclusive interview with Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, who's in Greenville today. Yeah. And the big announcement of next year's Talk of the Town cruise in Europe. It's going to be a river cruise, another one. So listen up and sign up tomorrow. We'll see you then. PJ will be right back.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arg!
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt & Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro-adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt & Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes, just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie-cutter homes. A Grimes-built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU baseball. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Back to Henry and Patrick. This is Talk of the Town on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Tomorrow, as he has stepped aside for the last half hour of the show, Patrick Johnson here with you. We got rain on the way to Greenville and rain in most of eastern North Carolina coastal regions. It'll overspread this afternoon. A soggy day on tap. Here to brighten the otherwise overcast and rainy weather here in the east is our great friend Donna King from the Carolina Journal, editor-in-chief, joining us again here on Talk of the Town. Good morning, Miss King.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. Hope you are. Talk to you sometime in July, so I hope it was a nice end of the month for you here. We're, I don't want to say in the short rows yet for the midterms, but we're getting awfully close.
Yeah.
Before we jump into some real juicy North Carolina items in the House coming back today in Raleigh and some things before them, what's your read and what are you hearing on Michigan today, where I think this is a real stress test on where the Democrat Party is right now?
I mean, I'm hearing they're out of money, right? I mean, I think that's what a lot of folks are talking about. But I do think that what we're really looking at is this is going to tell us what is Trump going to mean in the midterms. Traditionally, of course, as you know, it's not good for whoever's in the White House for their party. And I think what I'm hearing down at the General Assembly is people are aware of that situation, and we may see them. We're not supposed to see them come back to Raleigh after today until like November after the elections. But it could be that if we do see Republicans not do well in North Carolina's midterm elections, they may come back in November, December, and just tick through their list of must-haves before they have fewer people on their side. Heading into January. So, we could see anything, but I do think it means it'll be an exciting fall one way or another.
Let's get into what I guess you would call, the more national things. Sure. And Chuck Edwards is, I guess the Ethics Committee has found he violated the House Code of Conduct, stopped short of finding any kind of quid pro quo harassment or sexual relationship. Sure. Seems like kind of maybe an old man that gives young people the ick, as the young people like to say. Right? I mean, this is disturbing. What would be some consequences that he could be facing, and how might that influence things for that seat in November?
Yeah, I mean, I think Democrats already had their eye on that seat. They've been pouring money into the Democrat nominee out there in House District 11, because it does stop short of any sort of assault or anything like that. I think what the most we could see is the censure at this point. But the bigger question is exactly what you're asking. What does this mean for the election? The options are that he could resign and they could replace him. I don't know what that would mean. But his campaign is saying, he didn't do anything wrong. And the committee's evidence found that there wasn't any sort of sexual misconduct or harassment. That's what his campaign is saying, and that he was not engaging in sexual activity, wasn't propositioning staff members, all those things, that this is political. But what could happen is that he could be replaced. He would have to submit a request for the State Board of Elections But he would have to do it before the overseas absentee ballots are sent out, and that's coming up very quick. That is, I think, in October, early October. Oh no, it's early September. They actually go out September 4th. So he would have to do something in the next 3 or 4 weeks to decide whether he's going to do that. I don't anticipate him doing that in this situation, but that would be a huge shift in how Republicans approach the 11th district.
This is the Madison Cawthorn seat, formerly.
Yes.
Something
Mark
in the
Meadows,
water
Madison.
out there, perhaps. Yeah, maybe something in the water out there. Who knows? All right, Donna King with us here from the Carolina Journal editor-in-chief. Okay, so long and short of it, the hemp industry making a last-minute push, trying to halt this House Bill 328, and supports for supporters are calling it consumer safety measures. Opponents describe it as a de facto ban on most THC products sold in North Carolina. It would impose a strict THC limit of 0.4 milligrams per container. Couldn't be sold to anyone under 21. The industry says this would eliminate anywhere from 95 to as much as 99% of products currently on shelves. That includes things like the beverages, the vapes, gummies, THCA flowers. Do you believe lawmakers, Donna, are doing the right thing here, or in the world of free enterprise, do you feel like that the Bordegos, the shop owners, those selling these products have a point?
I think that this is a quick turnaround to that level of regulation. I am a free market person, and so I'm going to say that THC does concern me, certainly as a parent, and we've got a lot of problems. That level, that 0.4, I don't know if you're familiar with this at all, but it basically wipes the shelves of any of these kind of products that right now you could get in pretty much anywhere, in bottle shops and anywhere in, I think, and even like grocery stores. So the question is, have they studied it? I want to know what the impact is of something that's a 0.4. I feel like this is very quick to make a decision like this in these kind of regulations. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't need age restrictions. It doesn't need, these are new products, and we don't have new age restrictions on this kind of thing. So I would want to see the data that they have and how they arrived at it's actually by 0.3 in a dry weight and 4 milligrams in selling it to people 21 years and older. So they would treat it kind of like you would a hard seltzer. But a lot of the products out there, most of the, at least liquid products out there, are 0.5 already. The things you can buy right off the shelf. You can buy them over even at, Dick's Park here in Raleigh in the cooler when you go into the snack bar. So this wipes the shelves clean. And I want to know, have they thought this through? Is this happening too fast?
Could you see, it would seem seemingly the age restriction, especially if it's like a hard seltzer, as you say, that would seem a little common sense here, and this is all being done in the name to protect minors. It is disturbing that somebody that is an 18-year-old, or I don't think any younger, but certainly an 18-year-old, which potentially could be like a senior in high school, could walk into said store and purchase one of these things. And again, we don't, maybe not enough of it's been studied to see the impacts it could have. But boy, that is really kind of alarming when you look at it from that perspective.
Absolutely. And I don't think anybody's saying that it doesn't need regulation. But the problem is that this seems to be happening quickly. And where are those? We want to see the lab tests. We want to see it go through with something that has the level of regulation that ensures safety, not just wiping out the business.
Do you think there's any room for compromise, Donna, at this point, where it is going before the House? Okay.
I do think there is.
What might we see possibly?
I think they need to treat it just like what we're saying, like a hard seltzer.
Gotcha. Donna King with us, Carolina Journal. The new state budget made a couple of major changes to gambling in the state. We know they raised the percentage on betting operators 5%, the tax to 23%. That has been a real boon, obviously. But now these prediction markets, and our friend and colleague Tim Boyum did a big deal on this yesterday on his Capital Tonight program on Spectrum. But North Carolina, the first state to specifically authorize a tax regulated prediction markets, Kalshi, Polymarket, things of the like. For those that have never heard of these prediction markets, they're kind of different from placing a bet on FanDuel or DraftKings. I guess theoretically, but are they really any different at all? I kind of think they are because it's not being handicapped per se.
Right.
It's more, they call it an investment, Kalshi and Polymarket, but that's ridiculous to call it an investment. I mean, it still is it's a prediction. You're betting on a prediction essentially.
Yes. Well, so North Carolina, this makes North Carolina the first. We are the test state on taxing this, the tax on prediction markets. And you're referring to things like Polymarket, Kalshi. I'm not familiar with it, with the name, the different platforms, but Polymarket is a big one that a lot of people are doing. And you're betting, it's still betting. I mean, of course, the stock market is betting too. Let's be real about it to some degree. But this creates a 6% tax on betting. There was already a restriction that, for example, state employees couldn't bet on policy. You couldn't bet that, a certain organization was going to, regulate something. So you can't use your position in state government to create bets on Polymarket. But people are betting on the outcome of a debate, for example, or the weather or economic indicators, interest rates, whatever. So we're really testing it out. I don't always like to be the first one in the pool with something like this because you don't really know. But it's hard to ignore. It's going to continue. It's going to keep growing. And I think it's going to be, pretty clear that it is going to be wildly popular. Technology has made it easy. And this is recognizing that it's out there and, and making sure that it is taxed. Now, the question is it's not taxed at the same level that sports betting is, 23% now. But it is still betting. So I am really curious to see the level of revenue it's going to raise. But I also think that 6% is a floor. I think that they're going to see how much money it brings in and they're going to raise it.
Oh, no, it's going up. I don't think there's any two ways about it. I mean, it will go up in time. It will probably approach maybe even surpass sports betting. I don't think that's without of the realm of possibility as far as
right?
Yeah. Why do you think lawmakers decided to go in this direction with the so-called prediction apps like Kalshi?
Right. I mean, truthfully, I think that they're seeing if they would just spend less, we wouldn't be having to look for these additional revenue streams. It's like anything else,
That's not going to happen, Donna. That's not going to happen. Right. Come on.
I mean, let's talk about this. Okay, so Carolina Journal's intern. We have this fantastic group of interns over the summer. The four of them, when the budget came out, we sat in our morning meeting. As you've been in this business a long time, you know that there's a morning meeting. Everybody's pitching their stories, and the couple of interns that have been working with us said, "Hey, do you want us to dig through 700 pages of the state budget and look for weird things, look for earmarks, And that's what they did for a week. They sat there in a dark studio with their phones digging through every single page. Well, they found more than 700 individual earmarks by lawmakers. And and they're all basically what it came out that each member has like $1 million to spend for their own district. Now, in many cases, it's a fire truck or a water infrastructure thing, or it's a, local museum, whatever it is. In many cases, they are for the public good. But we found things like down in Carolina Lakes, a group was getting $300,000 for their own HOA to freshen up their. There are so many things in our state budget that a lot of money goes toward and often save a Carolina Journal intern or two. They go unnoticed. And I think what we're seeing is that if they want the money to spend, they're going to have to find revenue. And this Polymarkets, these predictive gambling, for lack of a better expression, that is one of the ways that they're trying to find additional revenue to support the system.
It was, I guess, announced on CNBC today that the Treasury Secretary is saying we should have an agreement in place with Iran today or tomorrow announced with the Strait of Hormuz. We keep hearing this. It sounds like a broken record at this point. I think this has been a tremendous folly by this administration. But, you know, in the Trump administration's defense, you can't deal with terrorists. I mean, you just cannot. You can't deal with with people that are that have zero scruples or ethics about them whatsoever. And who knows who we're really dealing with over there and what they have the ability to speak towards. With all that said, I was corresponding with a friend yesterday who was traveling around last week to different states. And, you know, he's one of these politics as a hobby interest kind of guy. And he says, man, and he's a Trump voter. He said, man, this is people aren't happy about this war and all the offshoots of it, gas prices, economic impact, that sort of thing. We kind of started talking about, you know, where all this might go, what Michigan will maybe be a harbinger of anything, what's going down in Michigan today. Will that tell us anything? But I want to ask you, boy, this just seems like maybe an albatross that might be hanging around Republicans. Democrats have not done anything to seize the moment. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, they're out there banking on the crazy and talking about the crazy. But this whole thing with the war, I mean, this is real having some kitchen table issue effects. What you know, across the state, even in deep Trump red MAGA areas of North Carolina, what's the finger on the pulse of this?
I think it depends on your age to some degree. I mean, I grew up in a time where these are things that you have to do, and Iran has been a long time coming. This is not a Trump problem. This is a problem that every president, every White House has left behind for the next to deal with, and each one has pushed it off. If we get out of this year the collapse of Venezuela, Iran, if we can come to some level of agreement and disarm it, and then maybe Cuba, think about the historic impact that this year will have had. And you have to look at it through the lens of history. Iran is not new. They have been doing this and killed countless Americans and Europeans, their own people, for generations. So I don't really hang this on the current administration. I do on every single president that has preceded him and allowed it to continue. You know, they may have started it, but we're going to finish it.
Donna King, great to see you again. Thanks a lot. Follow Donna at CarolinaJournal.com, and they'll be covering what's going on in the House today, particularly with this hemp legislation. They will be all over. Donna, thanks a lot. Great to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you.
There she goes, Donna King. Great to have her with us here. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to have our sports update and Pirate Report. ECU basketball unveiling its schedule yesterday, so we'll get into some of the details of that, plus a former Pirate with a huge night in the Bronx. Talk of the town with our sports report and Pirate update coming up next.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human, about creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you farm to fork beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to fork beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
Get moving every morning with Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right, Pirate Report sports update for you here on this Talk of the Town Tuesday. Patrick Johnson. Henry had an obligation this morning at 9, so he's made his way over there. Big Hen, of course, will be back in the air chair tomorrow. Let's start with Team North Carolina and the Little League Softball World Series. They won twice to advance in the event yesterday. We're going to play Sunday, but the game, due to weather, was sent to the next day, so they had to get a handful of games in yesterday. The club out of Clayton, that's the group representing Team North Carolina out of the Southeast, hammered Canada to begin action on Monday, 16-4. And then later in the day, the ladies from JoCo nipped the team out of Texas. The final there was 2-1. Team North Carolina will get 2 days off before they take on Lake Mary, Florida on Thursday. You might remember Lake Mary was the organization that knocked off the Pitt County All-Stars last week in regional play, denying them an opportunity to play in the event in their hometown. As for today, they're going to try to get 4 games in with things beginning a little over an hour from now at 10 this morning at Elm Street Stallings Stadium. East Carolina, it's non-conference men's basketball schedule for the 26-27 season. The Pirates open November 2nd against USC Upstate before hosting rival UNCW on November 7th, which is a Saturday. The Pirates welcome Richmond on December 1st at Minges Coliseum. The Pirates will also host in-state foe Campbell. That'll be in December. They will take on Coastal Carolina at home as well during the pre-conference slate. ECU plans to travel to Appalachian State on December 13th. And the Pirates will compete in the Paradise Jam, which is being played in the Virgin Islands beginning November 20th. They'll open that event against Utah Valley, play 3 games there the week leading up to Thanksgiving and the holiday. Mike Schwartz, the head coach, entering his 5th year, looking to rebound after last year's 11-20 finish. The American Conference schedule will be announced in September. 2 former ECU baseball standouts are on the move following the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Reliever Jeff Hoffman was traded from Toronto to Minnesota. Infielder Connor Norby goes from Miami to Colorado in exchange for reliever Victor Vodnik. Meanwhile, despite trade speculation, former Pirate Alec Burleson remains with the St. Louis Cardinals. Burley last night, quite an evening for the Redbirds against the Yankees in the Bronx as he homered 3 times against New York last night. Quite an evening for him. Panthers are not tipping their hand on quarterback Bryce Young's long-term future. The executive vice president for the Panthers, Brant Tillis, says Young's ceiling is still unknown after last season's breakout performance. Head coach Dave Canales says Young is playing faster and showing better chemistry with his receivers in training camp. Young will sit out Thursday night's Hall of Fame game against the Cardinals and will obviously continue his work in the preseason. Let me see who the Panthers are planning to start. Panthers are going to go with Young not playing in the Hall of Fame game. Looking through the article this originated from, Kenny Pickett. That's who it'll be. Kenny Pickett will be the backup, will be the starter for the Hall of Fame game. All right, that'll do it. By the way, we'll have Panthers football, I believe we'll have it for you on Thursday on 103.7 WTIB. All right, that'll wrap it for our sports and Pirate Report for you. The softball, good luck to them getting that in today. 4 games planned beginning a little, at least as of last check, set to begin an hour from now. But rain is certainly going to be a factor today for much of the listening area, including in Greenville. Don't forget an exclusive interview tomorrow morning with the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. We'll be talking with him. Henry will be interviewing him today. We'll have that interview for you tomorrow. So looking forward to having House Speaker Johnson again as a guest on Talk of the Town. And then at 8:10 tomorrow, the big announcement following the success of the cruise to Paris, the cruise for Talk of the Town that Henry and his wife will host for this year or for next summer, where it will be going. They'll tell you all about it. Tune in at 8:10 tomorrow. Thanks to Donna King for being on with us today. Great to hear from Benny Hardy. A wonderful job by the crew behind the scenes. Benny Hardy, or rather the Big Hen, will be back in tomorrow. So looking forward to hearing that interview with Mike Johnson and Henry's other exploits. I'm Patrick Johnson. Thanks for being with us. Have a great rest of your day. Stay dry.
Find, save, drive at Greenville Toyota. Find a huge selection. Save with low payments. Drive fuel-efficient and hybrid models like Camrys, $219 a month, and RAV4s, $269 a month during the Find, Save, Drive sales event at Greenville Toyota.
This is a standard hole belt. You can get at any fashion brand, department store, or Amazon. They can be nice, look good, even sometimes expensive. The downside, they're only limited to 5 holes. Not to mention these holes wear out in less than a year. So this is an Anson belt, micro-adjustable holeless belt. Instead of 5 holes 1 inch apart, we have 30+ options spaced 1/4 of an inch apart, giving you the perfect fit every time. This track system uses a magnetic mechanism that won't break like a spring-loaded mechanism will over time. Slide your belt through, click, click, click. That's the sound of a perfect fit. Check us out at AnsonBelt.com.
Dowdy Ficklin Stadium like it. There's nothing like game days in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Football is special here, and that's because of you. It takes all of us to have success. The 2026 season is right around the corner. Season tickets start as low as $75. Get yours today.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU Athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
It's the Find, Save, Drive sales event at Greenville Toyota.
Your hometown station.